Leanne, and I'm sharing some books for spooky season, especially if you are like me and don't like things that are super duper scary. Okay, book is going to start out not scary, but this is a great book to start the season because it talks about fall. And Ellen Montgomery, the writer of this book, she is my ultimate favorite writer. I love the Anne of Green Gables series, and I think that you find it therapeutic. It's kind of like Pollyanna, like a book that just makes you romanticize life and enjoy the beauty. And she walks through graveyards and just romanticizes people's lives. So I got this really nice, dusty, rusty old cover, softbound book, and I highly suggest this whole series. This one is slightly scary. It's a murder mystery. It is called Amethyst Dreams, and it's written by Phyllis Whitney, and it takes place not too far from me in Wilmington, North Carolina. And it is a murder mystery story, and I really liked it. I think you will too. This one deals in a missing girl and how amethyst stones become really important in solving the mystery of why she's missing. I highly suggest Amethyst Dreams. Moving on to another book that's not so scary. This is a middle reader book. Anytime I see these medallions of awards, I know this is going to be a great book. And surely it was. The fog ambience in this book, the dark cabins and cottage core, the animals like the barn cats and dogs in this book, and it has a really sweet story. And it has a really sweet story about a boy and an old man and a cat that they share camaraderie with. And it's a great book. I highly suggest it. The One-Eyed Cat by Paula Fox. Okay, last but not least, I am still working on this one. I'm almost finished. But this book is He Came to Set the Captives Free, which is a true story. Written by Rebecca Brown, and it's a story about demonic possession. Okay, so this one's really heavy. So in this book, it talks about demonic activity and people's stories that belong to the Church of Satan and how they were delivered, of course, through the power of Jesus. It talks about astro projecting. It talks about a lot of the insides of the satanic rituals and occultism. So if you're interested, like me, in world religions and anything and everything to do with theology or things that are secular and outside theology, I find it really riveting. This is a really good book. He Came to Set the Captives Free, and it is scary. It's spooky. Next book I'm working on is a big book, and it's a book that I found at a thrift store. Space, the Final Frontier, Secrets That NASA Doesn't Want You to Know. Sir Clark McClellan, and he was a real, for real astronaut that really, really did go places. Right now they're talking about Bimini Road and Antarctica and Jackie Gleason and some of the stories with Nixon and their encounters with gray aliens is where I'm at right now. And they're talking about seeing the ships and having interactions with them. So if you follow anything with aliens or UFAs or have seen the military Ministry of Defense in Canada get up and speak before the Senate saying that they have seen and had interaction with aliens of different kinds, and they have alliances and treaties with them. So I'm reading that. Okay, next I'm taking it back to 1954 to a vintage book that I found on my grandmother's bookshelf, and it is called The Mystery at the Crossroads, and this is a Dana's Girl mystery stories. And it's a very cute book, and I love the inside illustration. So the art is really nice. Misery at the Crossroads. It does have illustrations throughout the book. I have not read this one yet, but it is on my to-do list. I really love reading middle middle reader books and just old forgotten books, because you just never know. There might be a really good story just right here. Okay, another book that I'm hoping to read was sent to me when I was recently, just this past um, year, couple of months ago. I was battling cancer, and by the grace of God, I have been delivered from it and healed. I still do have a port, and I take therapeutic medications through that from time to time. So I was sent this book called Suffering, and it's a book that is supposed to really help the soul when you're at your deepest rock bottom moments. And I do intend to read this. This is by Paul David Tripp, and it's a wonderful hardbound book. It's really beautiful, and this just helps you understand just a little bit about the expectations in life and how our journeys could be full of doubt, and how that can be a trap for you to mentally overcome, mentally and spiritually, and hopefully through the grace of God your body can be healed and you can find comfort in God's promise and purpose. So I'm excited to read this book about suffering. Although it does sound like a dark title, I think it's really imperative to read these books sometimes when you're not suffering, just to get grounded and to get a grip, because you really never know when it's going to be you suffering. So last book, this one was given to me, and this is by one of my favorite preachers, Preacher John Hagee out in Texas, and it's The Three Heavens. So this is a topic that I've been studying for probably the past half decade, and studying angelology and demonology and gematria and the different heavens and different ideas and theories of how to interpret the Bible into either a post-tribulation theory or a pre-tribulation theory. So this is a great book that's going to break down what's to come biblically, right, by the Bible. He has great commentary, and I love his preaching. His son also preaches. His children sing. They're amazing singers. But I find that John Hagee is truly anointed. You should go watch the video of the man who pulled out a gun and tried to shoot him in the pulpit. What a testimony. Obviously, he survived. So this is going to be my last book on my list for the spooky, getting colder, getting darker series. And I hope that you find some great books and inspiration this season. And I hope to talk to you soon and give you some more recommendations of my books.